Well, in the aftermath of the shooting at the Washington Navy Yard this week, gun control advocates wasted no time for pushing for more gun restrictions. But could the real solution simply be quashing political correctness? Our next guest suggests yes. Joining us now to explain, radio talk show host Larry Elder. Larry, thanks a lot for joining us this morning. So what is the connection between political correctness, that is the inability to state obvious truths, and the shooting that we saw on Monday in Washington?
Well, Tucker, you look at what happened in Fort Hood, and Major Nassan apparently had made all sorts of pro-jihadist statements to people, to colleagues, yet nobody did anything. Nobody wanted, in my opinion, to be perceived as being anti-Muslim, so no investigation was conducted. You look at Aaron Alexis. I want to see this guy's get out of jail free card, Tucker. This guy was in the Navy Reserves for 3 or 4 years, apparently was cited at least 8 different times for misconduct, and the military wanted to throw him out under less than honorable circumstances, which would have made him ineligible probably to be a military contractor, but they didn't want to do it. He's arrested 3 different times in 3 different states, Washington, Georgia, and Texas, 2 of which involved shooting a firearm. In one case, he told the authorities he blacked out, still not charged. In the other one, he shoots through the roof of his apartment, through the floor below, apparently because of a dispute over making too much noise, and he tells the police he was cleaning his gun. He's not charged. And so, in my opinion, probably because a lot of people didn't want to deal with the angry black guy who might be playing the race card. And we know this guy's played the race card before. He went to Thailand, fell in love with somebody. She didn't reciprocate, called her racist. He called his general contractor racist. He called the Navy racist. So I think a lot of people along the way, Tucker, probably didn't want to mess with the guy. I'm not going to charge him. I'm not going to deal with the guy. He'll play the race card. To hell with it. People weren't doing their jobs because of political correctness. It got people killed.
So it's not like there were no signs. I mean, he was picked up by the cops in Newport, Rhode Island just a couple of weeks ago, displaying flagrant, florid signs of mental illness. Not criticizing the guy, but like it's obvious. You know when someone is in the throes of a manic episode or schizophrenia. It's really, really obvious. But nobody acted on that? Bizarre to me.
And Tucker, the question is, are people tiptoeing and not doing their jobs because of fear of being called anti-Muslim or fear of being called racist? Out here in L.A., there was an ex-LAPD cop named Christopher Dorner who went on a killing spree. Turns out he had gotten in some trouble in the police academy. His firearm discharged accidentally. Normally, they get you bounced out. Still, they put him on the force. Why? Because the LAPD has a policy, Tucker, to make the force look like the city. So a black guy gets through easier than a white guy, I'm told. And if it weren't for this kind of political correctness, Dorner probably never would have been on the force, let alone going on the shooting rampage. So people aren't doing their jobs for fear of being called racist, fear of being called anti-Muslim, Tucker.
It's so unbelievably patronizing, among many other things. It's stupid, it's inefficient, but it's also just patronizing. Why not have the same standards for everyone? Larry Elder, what an interesting observation about the effect of political correctness on our society. Thanks a lot for joining us.
My pleasure, Tucker. See you later.